going to be friends. It's going to be your only option is the two chops.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's
Only
three
two chops? What about three chops?
Only
Oleg
two
doesn't think
chops.
he's a chop.
No, I think I'm at least a half a chop.
Half a chop.
You can't
a
be a
chop.
half chop. That's not how this works. You're a chop or you're not a chop.
Yeah.
It's like a yes/no answer. There is no yeah. Well,
In
no,
between.
Between.
Either you're in or you're out.
So Lester, I can see this is a Springbok shirt or jersey that you're
Yeah,
wearing.
something. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it from 2000? I'm just struggling to read on the screen. It's like 2001.
2009.
Nine.
No. 2009.
Wow.
So, talking about that, I think we've spoken about this before, but I've still got my matric jersey.
Wow. Yeah, because your daughter has stolen it.
Yeah. So I found there's this app that I've used before that allows you to take a photo and then convert it into a vector, which makes it a lot easier to work with. Excuse me. And then, but it's always in black and white, right? I see they've made an update now that you can actually take a photo or you can convert a color picture into a colored vector. And then you can take it into a graph, something like Inkscape or Adobe Illustrator or something like that. And then you can actually modify the colors and all that kind of stuff. So you've got a lot more control over that thing. It's not just black and white.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
So I said to, okay, before that thing gets ruined, let me take a photo of the front and the back. So I can always reproduce it if I need to. I think maybe I'll make her a new one and keep my original one. The only problem is I don't think the original one fits me anymore.
What is it?
Definitely not fit me anymore.
Is it too large?
What's that?
Is it too large?
Yeah, no. I'm too large. I'm too large.
What with all what's happening with your stepping?
Dude, are we going to have the
Step
muscle
that line.
versus fat conversation again? Right. I've walked 450,000 steps in the last month.
Okay.
It ain't over
You
yet.
put on weight.
It ends tomorrow evening. Tomorrow night is the last day. Or
So
tomorrow
you're
is the
planning
last day.
For the next 9 hours to clock in another 40,000 steps.
No. Don't be silly. I still want to be able to walk the rest of the week. But, excuse me,
is so
I see
overrated,
producer
man.
Bex is messaging me. Maybe she's she's WhatsApping me other stuff. F1 MotoGP stuff. Yeah, we're talking about steps. Tomorrow evening is the end. By tomorrow evening, I would have done 450,000 steps, I'm sure. I haven't lost not even half a kilogram.
Yeah.
Well, at least you haven't put on.
Yeah. But you would hope, I mean, we can talk about the weight thing and the muscle versus fat and building and all that kind of stuff. I don't know whether to believe it or not, but I would have to imagine that if I'm using more kilojoules that I'm putting into my body, somewhere along the line, something has to change. Right?
I think it's only a matter of time. So you just need to carry on for the next 6 months.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Unfortunately, I'm going to call bullshit on that.
Well, I was going to ask if the step rally finishes tomorrow. Are you going to carry on?
Yeah, I'm going to
What are
carry
you
on.
going to do?
Oh, look, I mean, I won't be, like some days are not that easy to go to the gym twice. So like a Friday or a Saturday or something, it just doesn't work. There are just too many things in the way. So I'm thinking that I'll try and carry on as much as I can, but maybe I'll pivot from doing 2 cardio sessions to 1 cardio session and maybe do some weights or something like that, some circuit stuff.
Have you got anyone to go to the gym with? Because that's the hardest thing. That's the motivation to go on your own.
Yeah, look, producer Bex does accompany me on occasion when she's here, and generally in the evening, but not in the morning. I'll go on my own. But it's actually not bad because, I suppose once you're in a routine,
Yeah.
or you're in the you create a habit of it. It's just, and the thing is, with this whole working from home thing, it's a lot easier because you don't have to worry about, I've got to get ready for the office and I need to drive to the office.
Yeah.
I've got to be there by a certain time. I can go to the gym at a reasonable time in the morning, be home, shower, have breakfast, get ready for the day, and then go into my first meeting. So, I don't have to get up previously when I used to go to gym before COVID lockdown and all that, I used to get up at 4:30 in the morning to go to the gym.
Wow. That's dedication, huh?
Right.
That's dedication. That's
And then-
commitment there.
And then it's a hectic day, Like you got to go to bed at a certain time. Otherwise, getting up at 4:30 in the morning is a bit of a bitch. Now I can get up, be at the gym by 6:15. I mean, the gym's like literally 2 kilometers from my house. Get to the gym,
You
put
can
in
run
an
there.
hour. Sorry?
You can run or walk.
Yeah, I could run or walk there. I could, yeah. Yeah. But, we live in South Africa. It's not that safe, eh?
I thought you'd be hardened by now. Living in that environment for so long
Yeah.
makes you hard, man.
Yeah, it makes you hard, man. The only problem is the criminals getting harder. Now they're stepping up their game too. It's not only us that is like fighting back, So they fight back even more.
Yeah. So now, like let's say if you can imagine before there was like a one skinny guy with a knife who's after your cell phone. Now it's 15 guys armed with the AK-47s, with the tactical gear and all works coming after your Samsung Galaxy, man. It's rough
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Anyway, yeah. So gym is cool. Haven't lost any weight, but feeling good because I'm doing the exercise, and so I suppose I'm burning off some cortisol and adrenaline and all that other shit that we are bathed in because of the lifestyles that we live.
Andrew, do you get bathed in adrenaline? Because I don't anymore.
No, well,
No endomorph high.
nah.
Yeah.
Oh well, they say that just in the sort of environment that we live and work in,
Yeah.
our bodies are constantly running on adrenaline and cortisol,
Okay.
it's not good for us. So you have to burn it off some other way, like going
Yeah.
for a hike. How was your hike?
Oh, it was awesome, guys.
Where did you go?
Pretty chill. I went to Rustic. So Rustic is
Sorry, say that again.
Rustic.
Rustig.
Yeah,
Rustig.
Rustic.
Rustig.
It's located about an hour and 10 minutes drive away from Johannesburg, towards Mahalisburg. And it's
Sorry, say that again.
basically-
What was it? Mahalisburg.
Mahalisburg.
Mahalisburg. Mahalisburg, man.
Okay, excuse me. No,
What a shock.
now I'm gonna carry on.
I'm winding up.
It's located on Mahalisburg Ridge, which is pretty awesome. Like a series of ridges that stretches all the way down to Rustenburg.
You mean the Mahalisburg Mountains?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a mountain. That's a strong word. I would call it like a series of ridges.
What's
But there's a
classified as a
range.
mountain?
That's-
When does a hill become a mountain?
When it hits a certain height,
Right.
Yeah.
What?
I think it's like 1,000 foot or something.
1,000 foot. Okay.
Did
I
you not
gotta
see that
check
movie
this
in
out. What is
Wales
the
where that-
definition of a mountain?
Did
I
you
can
see
actually
that-
hear him
that
typing.
movie?
I think he's actually going like this.
A large natural elevation of the Earth's surface rising abruptly, hey, from the surrounding level. A large steep hill. So a mountain is a large steep hill.
Yeah, so, but is that it?
Yeah, it doesn't go any
Because
further.
then it's all
than that.
about perception.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, yeah. So you were running along the ridges there.
So I generally do like a 13K hike, but today I decided to like take it easy. We had some other friends with us who are not like don't go hiking very often, so we just took it easy and had a casual hike. Beautiful area. It was a bit chilly in the morning, but like as you climb up onto the ridge, you like you coming down along the sunny side, so it's yeah, it gets warm. So it was pretty cool morning, pretty cool like early afternoon type of exercise, like you said, like really good physical exercise, beautiful fresh air, beautiful scenery. Saw some monkeys playing along the way in the trees, which was pretty cool.
I was hoping you were going to say you saw the leopards.
No. I don't think there's serious wildlife there. I think there's some springboks and some
Baboon.
maybe some baboons.
Springboky. Yeah.
There's some baboons, but I don't think they stay on one range. I think they just migrate between different spots.
Yeah.
So we just saw small like velvet type monkeys, which are very
Vervet.
Velvet, yeah. Velvet monkeys. Velvet monkeys.
They're soft to the touch.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Is this going to be correct Oleg Day?
Yeah, it's going to be correct Oleg Day. So that was pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah. How was your morning? Like, what did you do?
Well, before we carry on there, let's just say that news just in on the mountain thing.
Yeah.
So a mountain is classified as a mountain when it's 300 meters higher than the surrounding land.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Which is about
1,000 feet. So you were right, Lester. Yes. Now what I need to do is I need to work out, because apparently the Magaliesberg mountain range, as it is said here, I mean, interestingly, hey?
Alex doesn't think it's a mountain.
Yes. Funny enough, it's actually older than Everest.
Yeah.
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 So,
Do you know how old is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say here.
Should be about 2.3
meters.
billion years old.
Okay. Yeah, so it says here, so I'm trying to see here. I had it. Anyway, I was trying to find out what the elevation of the Magaliesberg town was. But of course, like when you're looking for something, you can't find it. Anyway. Yeah, so news just in. Magaliesberg range.
It is a mountain. According to sources, it is a mountain range.
Yeah, it stands at 1,852 meters above sea level. Hence the reason why I wanted to know what the elevation
But you can't see it from the sea, so there's no context.
Yeah, no context, yeah. Anyway, so yeah.
So it's lower than Joburg itself.
I think Joburg is 1,600.
No, Joburg is 1,800.
Is it 1,800?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is lower than Joburg.
So my area in Parktown, I think it's about 1,780 something meters above sea level.
Okay.
But Joburg varies. I think there are also higher parts of Joburg. I think the maximum it reaches is about 1,860.
Yeah. Okay, so Johannesburg is 1,753 meters above sea level.
1753.
1,800.
Okay, so that's only just higher. So if when you go bungee jumping and you look across the Magalies range, you're probably in the same height.
Something like that.
So it won't look like a mountain.
Exactly. You're seeing things eye to eye.
You're not looking down, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going.
When are we going up the cable car at Magaliesberg?
No, I think the best thing. Let's go up the
Orlando Towers.
the lift and the landed towers, you know,
You
because
want to go up Lando Towers? That's
Yeah.
what I just heard.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody else said that. You've put words in our mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, Andrew, show us your palms. Show us your palms.
You can't.
My
They're stuck
palms.
to paper.
Yeah. Anyway,
The swimming pool he was outside. Now it's under his desk.
yeah. So the weekend's been fun. Not much happening. I went to the Linden Market yesterday just to walk around and check what's happening there, and bought some more cocky underwear.
Yeah. How many pairs do you have now?
Almost
Maybe
enough
it's 3 weeks.
for one day a week.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. As
Almost.
for a guy, I thought you were like, after a quick thought, would say 2, you know?
Oh, what do you mean? I've only got 2 pairs of underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Like I just fold them inside out and all that
Yeah,
every
you know.
every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do the guy thing.
Yeah, I do that when I go camping. Yeah. Anyway, Lester, what's happening on your
Orlando
side?
Towers, you're going to need more than one pair.
Yeah. I'll wear 5.
So it sounds you will wear 5. So you okay? We don't have to go down this road. I mean, but I'm just saying from where I'm sitting, it sounds like you've already come to terms with this, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we just need to film it.
Yeah, you can film it if you want.
I
Do
volunteer.
the Coke test on the way down.
I volunteer to double jump.
You see,
so I'll
jumping
jump
off the-
in parallel with Andrew and just film him as he falls.
Yeah. Yeah. You know the bungee jumping thing from Orlando Towers is going to be as successful as the Coke tasting test. Need I say more? Need I say
It's
more?
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen. You
That's what
said
we
next
say
week.
every week.
Okay, so we'll do next week the Coke tasting test, and the following week we're gonna do the Orlando.
I
Towers.
can't do it next week, dude.
It's okay. I'll come to your place during the week. We'll film it and then stream it.
Nah, can't do it. We'll have to do the Coke challenge in 2 weeks' time.
Okay, no stress. That means that the bungee thing is gonna be in 3 weeks. Less
No.
Yeah, I hear you. I
No.
think he's breaking up a bit. I can't hear him.
No, I also don't hear him.
Yeah. Oh, it's time to end the meeting now, dude.
Is that it? Gosh,
Yeah,
time
jeez.
flies.
Anyway, Lester, what's happening in the UK, dude? Are you opening up or
decided to
locking
start
down?
having Summer. Summer is. We've decided after weeks and weeks of incessant rain, it's going to stop now. So for the forecast, there's no rain forecast for weeks. Sun is out. Everyone's in a jolly mood because it feels like holiday.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's 14 degrees. Wow, man, and dry. It's warm.
It's 14
That
degrees.
is insane.
Yeah, I
It was
think.
21 degrees today.
Yeah, I think we hit the dizzying heights of 22 during the week.
Cheers.
So people are going to start dying.
Are you guys celebrating at 22?
Look, 22 is hot here. It's
Mm.
I don't know what it is. Cause
Is it humid there?
There's a bit of humidity. Nothing like
Mm.
Durban, but I mean it's a bit of humidity. But if
Okay.
there's no wind, it actually feels so much hotter
Right.
than the actual temperature. It's weird. Maybe I've just climatized.
Yeah.
How long you been in the UK?
Too long. I mean, 20 something years.
Yeah, like you're completely
No,
used
20
to,
years
like,
this year.
you're
Wow.
completely used to like the local environment, weather condition, habitat, hunting habits, and stuff like that.
Mhm. Yeah, so we're experiencing what I'm calling Goldilocks weather at the moment. You know what Goldilocks weather is? It's not too hot.
No.
It's not too cold.
Oh,
just
I see. Yeah, but hang on. Is your pool still cool enough to swim in, or has it got too cold?
I think it's too cold now.
Yeah, it's probably sitting at about 14, maybe 12 12, 14 degrees.
So you'd have to wear a wetsuit and
Well, it's almost getting
your
to
teacher.
so we're almost getting to the same temperature as the Atlantic, which sits at about 11 degrees in Cape Town. Yeah.
And that's rough. And that's properly rough. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, I've
was
swum
talking to a
in.
friend
I've
of
swum
mine last
in.
night.
I mean,
from
less than I did swim at Clifton. Can you remember?
I wouldn't call that
Swimming.
I mean, Jesus, it was hot.
And
you would have
ankle
to
deep.
cool down.
Yeah, we only went.
I swear I walked on water that day.
Yeah, but
is
I'm.
it that cold?
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
yeah, it's like that thing where you like you get that dull ache.
Yeah.
That
You're
it's-
walking, by the time you get to your knees, you can't feel your feet.
yeah,
That's hectic.
almost legless. But I must admit, I have swum at Komiki, which is still on the Atlantic side, in like December, and like properly swam there. Like
With a wetsuit.
no, without a wetsuit. Just
It's just fascinating.
I
that
think
there's
it's-
such a difference in temperature between Indian and Atlantic.
so. I mean, have you have you guys read up on this whole thing? There's some dude that does this whole thing about having these cold showers or a cold
Yeah,
swim in the
yeah,
morning. What's the guy's name?
Yeah.
Can you remember? Him. Anyway, so a lot of people in Cape Town like have bought into this idea because I believe the guy has been to South Africa and done a couple of seminars here on that whole concept. So a lot of people go and have a morning swim there in Sea Point, which is on the Atlantic side. So they jump in there, have a quick swim, get out, and feel super refreshed.
I mean, they've got. If you go to Nordic countries, this is what they do, right? They go and cut
Yeah.
a hole in the ice and dip in there and go into the sauna and repeat.
Yeah. But that's what I was going to say.
And the
That,
UK equivalent is people up north who don't feel the cold.
acclimatized.
On Christmas Day and Boxing Day, they will go and jump in the sea or they do a swim. As it's they put their Christmas hats on and off they go.
Yeah,
Oh,
we normally.
That's impressive. Like in the Northern Sea.
Christmas Day, I want to sleep in. I don't need to be awoken like that.
Yeah, that's impressive. I don't think I'd do that. Like, I took a dip in the Atlantic a couple of times in summer, and it was still cold.
Yeah, so the guy's name is Wim Hof.
Is that guy that basically swims in the Arctic to raise awareness?
Yeah, I think there are a couple of guys that do that, but I think he might be one
Yeah.
of them.
Okay.
There was another guy. I think his surname is Poe or something. Poe. There's another guy that does it.
It's a British guy. His surname is Paul. Yeah.
So yeah, so this is Wim Hof.
But
Yeah.
guys, can I ask you a quick question? How do you swim? Like, I understand taking a dip and climbing out virtually immediately, you know? But like, how do you swim in that water and not get hypothermia? Like,
Well, I suppose
how is it
hypothermia. I think hypothermia is a thing that will probably kick in when if you're there in extended periods. I would imagine.
all these guys swim there like for like half an hour to an
Yeah.
hour, dude.
Okay.
Dude.
No. Okay, but you're talking about us or you're talking about them?
I'm talking about them.
Okay, them.
Like,
I think
That's
they.
the condition that you
Yeah, they
build up
condition
over
themselves.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't survive in those icy waters, even with you fluttering around. You're not generating enough heat, and your body's going into shock straight away as soon as you're in that water. So you
Yeah.
have like seconds, minutes just to live. That's it. Before your body just seizes,
Mm.
you have a heart attack and die. So you've got to build up to that. What about that guy, the octopus, his teacher?
Mm-hmm.
Which side of the Cape Town is that?
I think that's an Atlantic.
No, I think it was Indian Ocean.
Are you sure?
I don't know. I thought it to me it looked like it was Simonstown area that he was because I think the guy lives in Simonstown.
But that's Atlantic, right?
No, that's Indian.
No, it's just Indian.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
in the False Bay. Yeah. Let's see. Octopus Teacher. Where was it filmed? Let's see where it was filmed.
Cape Town, South Africa.
Yeah, I was just going to say Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah. Thanks, Lester. Your optimism is infectious. Okay. I'm tempted to say to you, it's in the South African Kelp.
Oh my God, it's
Forest.
Cape Peninsula. It's not.
Yeah, Cape. Yeah, no, it's in False Bay, in Simonstown.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean that's sitting between 18 and 23, depending what time of the year it is, and
Okay.
which way the wind's blowing.
I did take a swim in the Indian Ocean during the winter because I went diving in Mozambique, I think in June, which is sort of like almost the middle of winter.
Yeah,
And it was quite reasonable. It was like the water temperature was like 26,
Yeah.
24 degrees. So
Yeah.
it's like with a wetsuit on, you actually feel okay, you know?
yeah. But I mean, you could swim in that without the wetsuit
Yeah, yeah.
at 26 degrees.
I
Yeah.
used to go diving with my baggies and a t-shirt. In that sort of 26, 25 degree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Going back to this the cold shower, dude. Wim Hof. So, who's going to sign up?
I
A
think
month of
count
polar
me out.
swims.
Count me out.
He's breaking up again, Oli.
Yeah, I heard nothing, man.
You see, you guys want me to jump off
What a job.
Orlando Towers, but you're not coming. You're not prepared to come to the party.
Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal, Andrew.
Yes.
I'll take a cold shower every day for a month.
No. I want you to see. No, I want to see you swimming in your swimming pool.
How many laps?
Well, you do one lap every morning for a month.
Okay, and then you're gonna come with me and jump at Orlando Towers.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a deal. It's a deal.
Cool.
I'll send you a picture every morning.
No. I want a video. I don't want a picture.
Andrew thinks I'm scheming.
Yeah, I know you. I know
Scheming,
you.
dude. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
scheming.
of course you're gonna scheme. Yeah.
Logistically, this doesn't work for me. I don't have a swimming pool. And I don't.
I
have
don't
a
worry. We'll
swim-
find something for you to do, Lester.
I mean, it's cold enough here.
Shit. Yeah.
Okay, it's a deal, Andrew.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. So when are you starting, Lester? Lester. Oleg, when are you starting?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Tomorrow morning, first thing, man.
Yeah. Cool.
You cannot miss a day, Oleg.
Yeah, I know.
You haven't got any holidays planned where you're going away or something.
No, nothing. Nothing.
And you miss one day. You miss one day. The deal's off. Eh?
I'm 100% committed to this. 100%.
I tell you what. I will do it. I'll do it with you, and then I don't have to jump the Orlando Towers.
No, you still have to. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
Well,
Lester, starting from a month from now, right?
Let's say, so the first day is the 1st, the last day is the 30th.
Yeah, so I'm going to start on the 31st. I'm going to give Andrew an extra day, right? And then I'm going to end on the 30th of June, right? And that's going to be a month. And then that weekend on Saturday, on the 3rd, in the morning, first thing, we're going to Orlando Towers.
on the 3rd of July.
On the 3rd of July, yeah. Put it in the calendar.
And we don't have to
you
put
actually
anything
checked
in the
that it's still
calendar yet.
open? Maybe he knows they haven't reopened.
No, they have reopened.
Okay.
Mm. Okay.
Well, we need something new because the stepping's coming to an end tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've already committed to carrying on with the stepping. So, I mean, nothing's coming to an end. Silence?
Yeah. No,
Silence is
I
golden?
like it.
Just making a booking at Orlando Towers quickly.
Yeah, go for it. Don't waste your money. Why don't you wait until 5 days before we've got to jump?
So, yes.
Hmm?
Don't stress, Andrew. It's gonna be okay.
I'm not stressing.
Show me your hands.
I promise you, they're not sweating at all.
Okay, cool. Not yet. Not yet.
Let me just dry them off quickly.
Instead of chamois, that's how bad it is.
Yeah. I can wring it out.
Okay, Andrew, do you want to do a normal bungee or a straight jacket?
A normal bungee, thank you.
Okay.
I don't even know why you're bothering. You gotta fulfill your end of the deal first.
Oh, dude, that is so simple, man.
Well, that's good. Anyway,
Guys,
right.
on that happy note, I wanted to ask you, did you guys see the blood moon?
No.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's a super blood moon.
Yeah. Did you guys
It's
actually
a
see
full
it?
moon, a super moon, and a blood moon all in once, which just doesn't happen.
Yeah. I actually saw it from Joburg side. It looked pretty cool, but it didn't look as big as like other places. So in the
Yeah, I
northern
think you had to be
hemisphere,
down and
in the in the northern hemisphere, I saw some pictures from like Tibet or Tibetan Plateau, where like that supermoon was huge. It was like bigger than Everest Mountain. It's like, and it was close. I'll try to come across those pictures and forward it to you, but looked amazing. It obviously didn't look as spectacular from our side. It just looked red. And the sunset was just blood red.
Yeah, it didn't look any different for us up here.
What, it just looked like a normal moon?
Yeah. Well, nothing out of the ordinary, because we've had a few supermoons in recent years.
Okay. And?
Always a good thing.
Always a good thing. Is it
it's
like all the
bizarre.
werewolves come out or something?
I do howl a lot, but I mean,
Yes.
maybe I do that anyway.
Yeah.
No, it is quite something. It just, because it's so big,
Mm.
you like, have we moved on our axis? What's going on? Are we suddenly closer? Maybe SpaceX knows what they're doing. They're trying to evacuate Earth because we're going to collide with the moon.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, would you volunteer for that trip to Mars, one-way ticket?
Ugh,
Eh,
I don't know. Not really had thought to think about it.
Well, think
No,
about
I
it.
think it'd be a lonely existence.
But what if it was you and like another 5,000 people?
So what are we saying? We take the weekend crack down to Mars,
Yeah.
but then, we'll have a definite listenership.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
4,997 people would tune in for the first episode, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, for the first episode. And never again, eh? Never again.
As desperate as we are for entertainment in this boring flight, we're still not doing that.
Yeah.
What's happening there? Somebody's laughing.
No, that was my daughter watching Netflix.
Oh, okay.
She jacked the volume up.
Okay, cool.
By mistake. So, with this stuff that's happening in the Middle East, what do you reckon is going to happen? Yeah.
What's happening in the Middle East?
Well, Israel and Palestine. Do you reckon?
This goes on all the time.
Yeah.
There's constant tensions there, and every now and then it boils up and then settles down, and then it comes back again in a few years. It's been going on This has been going on as long as I can remember. I'm
Yeah.
not saying I'm old, but
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, say no more.
so we've been down that road. I'm not 50.
Yeah.
Not
Yet.
even 50 yet.
Not even 50 yet. No, but seriously, I mean, does anyone know what the reason is for all this stuff? I mean, can they not sort their shit out?
I think from both sides, there's lack of people who are willing to compromise.
Yeah.
That's generally how any conflict starts, right? And how it goes on, definitely. So, yeah, I think everyone's comfortable with the way things are going. in terms of, both sides. But it's pretty insane. I mean, like, the conflict there has a tremendous cost in terms of like human lives. And I think international community is like given up on the whole mediation aspect of that conflict. Lester, how long has it been going? Like, definitely longer than 20, 30 years.
Yeah, it's been going since the 40s.
Well, I think it was when the State of Israel came to be, right?
Yeah,
Which was like, when, 49?
48, 49, yeah.
Somewhere around
Okay.
there.
Yeah. In 1948.
It is it's quite an odd setup, and this goes back hundreds of years because there's always been those tensions between the different religions. If you look at Jerusalem, all right, Jerusalem is one of those contentious areas because of religion. Both Israel and Palestine Authority claim Jerusalem as their capital.
Yeah.
They've both got sacred sites there. There is a religious police there to make sure that everything is monitored. It's a huge police force. There's CCTV everywhere, making sure that the religious sites, whether it be Judaism, Christianity, Islamic, all of them have their own special sites in the one city.
Yeah.
It's like a boiling pot of these different, and that's been going on hundreds of years, since the Crusades in the Middle Ages. So I don't see this going away. I mean, especially if somebody comes along and says, right, we're claiming this as a country, we're going to call it Israel. Rightly or wrongly, I have no opinion on the matter, but that's just, you can't just do that and get away with it. It's a bit like Russia taking Crimea. At some point, people are not going to like all this active border changing. And if you look at, I don't know, history, there's lots of border changes that happen through the times. Maybe this is one of those where we're just trying to find that state of settlement where everyone accepts and is happy with the borderline. If borders change.
Yeah.
But think about like European context, right? Like, how often do the European borders change? I mean, if you look at like France and Germany, and especially like the border regions,
yeah,
or France and Spain, or France and Italy, and France and Germany. I mean, those border regions, they're generally bilingual because at some stage or the other they were under, let's say, just German authority or French authority, and every 50 or 100 years the authority changed and people just had to adapt.
Yeah, it might even just be through political agreement going, you know what, you guys are already speaking the wrong language, you guys, so they're not really part of us, so we'll just move that borderline over here and you'll give us something else in exchange.
Yeah.
Diplomatic agreements. I remember in my army days, there was a dispute between two tribes in the area where I was posted.
Yeah.
And it actually had been festering for some time because it's breeding grounds, right? It's breeding lands on how far they can take their cattle.
Yeah.
And it was between the one district and another, and they just happened to be different tribes were right on that. So one was Sutu and the other one was South Sutu, or I can't remember which one. So we actually had the Minister of Internal Affairs and his entourage and representative from the homelands at that time all converged, and we flew them all over the place. And I was there on this border thinking, there's lots of heated debate, lots of it. And I'm looking at this, and the only dispute they had was the river, because of previous flooding, and the river had actually changed direction. So the river had moved, and that was always their position on that. The river is the border. But if the river moves,
okay. So
natural causes.
How was it settled?
I don't know, but looking at around there, it's probably settled on a number of cows. That's the sort of level we're talking at.
Okay.
I promise to give you 16 cows every year, or 600 cows, whatever it is, and you can have your extra kilometer of land.
So that's basically they managed to come up with some sort of amicable arrangement that suited both
I
parties.
assume so. At the time, there was lots of shouting as everybody tries to shout the loudest and win the argument.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that fertile, that the space they were talking about. I think it was just mainly, this has happened. You guys have moved in, you've made assumptions, and I want compensation, or I want it back.
Yeah.
You're using the land. Everybody knows the river's moved.
Yeah.
I'm not putting Jerusalem in the same
category.
Yeah.
What's your take?
I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I mean, I just, my knowledge of the history is that there was a UN resolution in 1948 that gave land, that created Israel, the state of Israel. And the same day that they were given that, the Arab surrounding countries attacked them. And I think that's where it started, and it's just never ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really sad situation.
Yeah. But I see, I was chatting to my mom today, and she was saying that a lot of Jewish people around the world are at this point not agreeing with how Israel's dealing with it. So, I don't know, is that a change in people's perception of what's going on there, and what's Israel's involvement in it, and how does it all fall? I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it something that other countries will get involved in, like the US or so on?
I think US is constantly involved, and obviously UK is constantly involved. They might not be like at the forefront, but they constantly involved in what's happening in the Middle East, because I think for United States at least, Israel is one of the key allies, one of the only allies in the Middle East. I might be wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you always wonder if these things are going to spill over into something bigger. Like people taking sides and then it becoming like one of those situations. I don't know what. Like,
I think everyone aware, like at least in that specific case, right? Everyone's aware that they're sitting on a tinderbox, and all they're trying to do is like make sure that there's not enough fire provided, so the situation just explodes. Yeah. Like I think we have problems.
Both sides antagonize the situation. I mean, because the population is growing, they're needing to build new houses, as an example. So they'll just go and build in the West Bank, and we'll say, well, that's Israeli territory. It's going to be a development for Israelis, and it'll be. I'm using them as an example. It could have been the other way around. This is what's happening. They're just going in until somebody pushes back. They'll just carry on. So people end up buying these houses, and then there's a conflict area, and your property value decreases, or your house gets blown to pieces in the fighting. It's nowhere to live there.
Yeah.
It's volatile. It's volatile.
Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know how they sort the whole thing out.
I think like in order for you to reach some sort of like sustainable ceasefire, is that you need to have compromises on both sides, and if one of the sides is not willing to compromise to the same level that the other is, it's like you're not gonna get anywhere. But at least I think the first point would be to stop shooting and start talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's others. It's similar to Syria, where a lot of the big military powers of the world, they've also got a presence there to support their ally. Yeah. So it's another one of those, as Andrew suggests, what if this triggers into some bushfire that no one can control? So it gets out of hand quickly.
So the issue is like, I think Syria is like a slightly different case, because Russia made it very clear that nothing's happening in Syria without its veto. And as the strongest superpower in that specific area, it basically calls the shots. But there are a lot of tension between, like, for example, say Turkey and Russia and US in that area, and obviously Iran, because it falls into their strategic area of interest. But Turkey and Iran are like regional superpowers. US already made it very clear that they're not really interested in that region. So Russia says, no, well, this is like our key strategic partner, so we're going to look out for our interests there. So as the strongest superpower in that specific area, it calls the shots. With regards to like, for example, say, Israeli and Palestinian conflict, there's a lot of also regional interests involved. Like, there's pretty much every power in that region has a slice in that conflict, which makes it even further complicated.
Yeah,
Complicates the situation further. So yeah,
I think you must just take the land away from everyone. Naughty boys.
Yeah, do like an American Wild West thing, where everyone gets a flag and they
Yeah.
run and stake their claim, and we'll start again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, start from the beginning again. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. And I mean, the thing is that
but Lester is right. The whole thing has got also like a religious angle to it.
yeah,
Because I mean, like, Jerusalem is considered to be the capital of Palestine and the capital of Israel, and both parties claim the city, right,
Yeah.
as theirs. And what complicates the matter even further is that, like, Jerusalem is sort of has the holy sites from like different faiths, from Christianity, from Orthodox Christianity, from different branches of Christianity, from Islam. I think Al-Aqsa Mosque is there. From Judaism, obviously the Wailing Wall and Temple Mount is there. And it's very close to each other. So it's like, how do you...
yeah. No, I mean, it's very, and I mean, this is the thing is, I mean, when you go back in the history, different people were in that area, different phases through history. So now, which one supersedes the other? Because somewhere along the line, okay, like the Jews were there, then they were pushed out by the Arabs at some stage, right? So the Jews got dispersed across other areas, and then during that time, the Arabs go and demolish their Jewish temple. And build their mosque on top of it. So now what?
I think the temple was demolished by the Romans.
Was it the Romans or was it
was
during
the
the
Romans.
Ottoman era?
No, it was the Romans.
Okay.
So it was the Romans that demolished it, and then when the Ottoman era came, they saw an empty spot and built the
Nicely put. There was an empty spot, so we thought, okay, we'd take it.
There was already a holy spot with foundations. Why let it go to waste?
Exactly. That was nicely put, Oleg.
No, seriously, look it up. I think I remember it correctly in terms of, like, I think the Romans demolished the temple. So if there's any questions, like, refer them to the current Italy. They should be able to.
You're right. You mean to the Vatican? You mean to the Vatican?
Well, at that stage, the Vatican did not exist. It was the old Roman Empire. So it wasn't the Holy Roman Empire. It was the old Roman Empire that demolished it.
Yeah, no, you're right. In 70 AD, to see here, how many times has the Jewish temple been destroyed? The temple suffered at the hands. Removed chairs. Okay, but that was before Christ. Temple of Jerusalem, history and significance. Yeah. Actually, the problem is I don't know enough about this stuff. So, like Anyway. Yeah. What can be said?
Have you ever seen that that montage? It's probably on YouTube somewhere, where they show through the history of time how borders have changed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I did. It's
And
pretty cool.
it actually accelerated a lot in the last like 150, 200 years.
Okay.
But you can clearly see, the Roman times and how that impacted it, but that was the start, really, because before that, everyone just didn't really travel, didn't really care, and then we went through the Middle Ages. Yeah, it was interesting.
It was rough times.
Some places disappear and they come back again.
Yeah.
And disappear again as they become provinces rather than countries in their own rights.
Yeah. So, for example's sake, Andrew, Alaska actually used to belong to Russia.
Did it?
Yeah.
So what happened?
It was sold to the United States to settle King's gambling debts. No, seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a cooler story than other historical events.
Oh, we live in a different era. Oh, damn it, I lost on roulette again. Okay.
Yeah.
What have I got left?
Yeah.
Oh, that frozen rubbish place over there? Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what?
give it to
You want
America.
Yeah, I've got loads of space here. I don't need that.
Didn't
The
you?
next one is Siberia.
So didn't you? Weren't you wondering, like, how come, like, for example's sake, like in North America, you have US, then you have Canada, and then you have the US again on top.
No, I never thought about it.
I always thought, why does it not belong to Canada?
Mm.
Well, do you
It
think
should
Canada could annex Alaska from United States? Do you think the next actually conflict is going to be between Canada and the US?
Canada doesn't have enough guns. Nobody wants. Yeah.
No, the Canadians are too polite, man.
Yeah. No. I insist. You take it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to look at your land with a dodgy eye. Yeah. So talking about Canada, Alaska, and all those things, I just had a thought that went through my mind. Friends reunion. Heard anything about it? It was
Is it taking place in Alaska?
No. It was on Thursday. It aired on HBO Max on Thursday. No one's seen it yet.
No, I haven't seen it. I
Heard
just
anything
know
about
that, there was on my local pub's Facebook. There was I don't know how to describe it. There was lots of people going, "Oh, it's on." There's one guy comes on and goes, "Don't care. It's 20 years old. Don't care. It's not. Get a life." All of this kind of stuff. Yeah, the guy just got
Bombarded. Jeez. Can imagine. Man.
It's like one short step away from being banned from the pub. Don't come show your face here.
What do you mean banned? You might get killed. You might not make it out.
There'll be a lynching.
A lynching, yes. Yeah, public stoning at 12.
Yeah. Bring your beard.
Yeah.
Do you guys still do that?
It's public stonings
Yeah.
or lynching.
Yeah. No, public stoning.
Well, public stonings is more a Middle East thing again.
Yeah, sorry.
Or a Roman thing. Lynching is actually more of an American thing. What we used to have.
Sorry. English is not my first language. Just a disclaimer. I thought you guys meant getting stoned in public.
I was going to come to that. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's become is it a sport or a pastime?
Getting stoned in public.
It's like run the gauntlet, dude.
Oh dear. It is quite cool. There's a pub that near where my office used to be that they, when they caught the pirates back in the day, they used to bring them back to London for trial. And if they were found guilty, they were pretty much tied to this post. And so when the tide came in, if you could survive 3 tides, they'd let you free. But basically, you drown.
Yeah.
Just hang these bodies would just be left there.
No, dude, they did some dodgy things in the past, though.
Yeah, but it's on the sea route. All the ships that leave to go elsewhere in the world would pass by all of these pirates, and because of the sight of it, that word spreads. Going, you should see the state of London. You don't want to be a pirate. It's a deterrent.
Mm.
But like, could you hypothetically make it? Did you give you a chance? And they made it obvious that like, nah, it's not. You don't have a chance in terms of like making it through three tides.
Even if it was the best season, best type of tides,
yeah,
and there was a drought for 50 years, and this doesn't make any difference. They've worked it out, right?
Okay. So that was just a psychological thing.
Don't worry if you make the three times.
There is a chance. Don't lose hope. Harsh.
So he has an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Talking about Friends, right? So one of the actors that's in there is Matthew Perry, right? He played Chandler, right? So he had a playground fight, if you want to call it that, school fight in elementary school with this guy, and not so long ago, this guy, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, publicly said that he wanted to have a rematch with him. Who do you think the person was?
Hang on, who won the first one?
They don't say.
Okay. So who did he go to school with?
Well, put it this way. It was put this way. Matthew Perry beat up this guy in 5th grade, right? And many years later, a couple of years ago, the guy said to him, hey, listen, publicly he said, come, let's have a rematch. Who do you think the guy was?
Okay, hang on. We could probably work this out. He's another Canadian, becoming American actor around the same time. It's not old Seth, is it?
No.
No, it'd be before him. No.
I'm gonna
Google it quickly, Oleg says.
I'm gonna take a stab, right? I'm gonna take a stab because that's the only other Canadian that I know.
It's a few. Maybe it's a girl. Oh, hello.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Well, you got half. I'll give you half a point.
Was Justin Bieber even in Friends reunion?
No.
Okay.
But I mean,
But he's
listen.
Canadian, right?
Yeah, he is. But Justin Bieber wasn't even born when Matthew Perry was in flipping elementary school, 5th grade.
Maybe it's like like one of those weird grudges.
Yeah. Anyway, I said you got half a point there.
Yeah.
Why did you get half a point?
So it's Justin, but not Bieber.
Yeah. What other Justin do you know in Canada?
The Prime Minister?
Yeah.
You serious?
Yes.
No.
Justin Trudeau. So Matthew Perry a couple of years ago on
Justin Trudeau used to beat up Matthew Perry.
No, it was the other way around.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Matt Perry can't ever go back to Canada ever again.
Yeah. So
It's not a vendetta. No.
anyway, there was some useless information for you. Oh, excuse me. But anyway, Matthew Perry turned down the rematch. I think they would probably be
same
in
shape.
Yeah.
Do you think he knew he was going to lose or something?
Probably.
Okay.
If Justin Trudeau didn't win, Matthew Perry would probably be taken out by his bodyguards.
Canadian Special Service.
Yeah, Canadian Special Service.
Or Secret
No,
Service.
when you've been mounted. Mounted.
When you've been mounted. Freudian slip or what? Listen, dude, if you want to watch a good series, I don't know where you guys are with your series at the moment. I don't know, Breaking Bad,
Yes. Yeah.
Sons of Anarchy, whatever, Money
What's the next
Heist.
one?
I've with my step challenge when I'm in the gym, I've been catching up on series. So I've gone through quite a few series in the last couple of weeks,
Right.
and I've watched 3 Spanish series.
Which ones?
You're gonna get me now. I can't even remember their names, man. Okay, Who Killed Sarah?
Okay.
Undercover wasn't a Spanish one. It was a Belgium one.
Yeah.
And the other one is Innocent. And I'm currently watching what's it? And something life. I'll tell you now what it's called. Unauthorized living.
That's quite a title.
Right. Okay,
That
so
should be a band name.
two Spanish. Okay, so let's talk 2 Spanish series and 1 Belgium series.
Yeah.
I can recommend Innocent
Is
as
it good?
yeah, out of those 3 series. So Undercover, Innocent, and Who Killed Sarah.
Yeah.
I would recommend Innocent as the one to
Is that
watch.
the Belgian one or the Spanish one?
No, it's
I
the
think
Spanish
that's the
one.
Spanish one.
Spanish one, yeah. Yeah. Good story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it like one of those like edge of the seat things that you like have to like once you start you binge watch it like right?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
but I think it's 8 episodes or something like that. And
Yeah.
it's or they call it a limited series, so I don't think there won't be a season 2 kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it is called Innocent Series 1.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the standard.
Yeah,
way
I
of
think
doing
that's just standard thing.
So after Innocent, which one would you say like which one comes to the top of the list?
Undercover. After that.
Undercover.
Yeah. Who Killed Sarah was B grade, money heist level kind of shit.
Okay.
There is Innocent Series 2.
Oh, really? I wonder if it's like a news story.
It's
the
just
interesting-
started broadcasting on one of our channels here.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. And the interesting thing about Undercover, it was actually based on a true story, which is sometimes either can make it a lot better or not so great. But anyway,
Was it dubbed in English or did you watch it?
With subs?
which one?
Undercover.
I could have watched it with subs because I can understand a little bit of Dutch.
No way.
Oh well, because of Afrikaans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Flemish is not far off Afrikaans.
Yeah.
You know, there's 2 different Innocents. There's a UK production and there's a Spanish
Oh,
one.
the Spanish one, yeah.
The Spanish one, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's new. Yeah. Cool.
Worth
Yeah, 'cause
watching.
I only have. All right. So when
Yes.
did I start watching Breaking Bad again?
I don't know, 3 months ago.
Really that long?
No, I'm joking.
Tell me no.
No.
Well, actually, look, there's 5 series to get through. There's a ton of episodes.
Yeah.
I've got 2 episodes left
Ooh.
Wow, that's
of the
impressive.
whole thing.
Ooh.
So.
And then after that, you've got El Camino to watch. The movie.
What, before The Innocent? Oh, okay.
Well, you see, El Camino is the movie that carries on from the end of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah. So I need to watch that and then contemplate Better Tell Saul.
Mm-hmm.
That series. Yeah, because I've got context of Saul now.
Yes. I tried the
I
Better
still
Call
need a
Saul.
break from it.
I tried Better Call Saul and I couldn't get into it. It wasn't like a equivalent spin-off of Breaking Bad, in my view.
Well, yeah, were they trying to do it as a spin-off or were they trying
Oh
to do
well,
something that's...
I suppose that it wouldn't have to be the same as Breaking Bad, but I mean it could be the same level of quality, if you want to call it that. I just didn't get it.
I think
Lester, you're
He's
mute.
muted.
You're mute.
I think I'm going to need a break from it. I think I'll go and try another series of Sons of Anarchy. Maybe do The Innocent, and then do something else.
Yeah, definitely. I would say watch The Innocent. It's pretty good.
Not that I have
Pretty
loads of time to watch this stuff. I'm surprised I've managed to get this far with Breaking Bad. But it does get better. The first two series were okay. It definitely picked up. Stuff started happening, and that's stuff came together. Lots of stories, lots of little angles. And there's comedy in it. Despite the subject matter, there's comedy in it. Little things.
Exactly.
I like it.
Yeah. I'm just calling up the series on IMDb. I just want to see what ratings they got.
which ones?
Those ones that I've just spoken about.
So I think Undercover I'm just looking at Undercover 7.8, which is pretty high.
Yeah, 7.8. I wonder, do they give different ratings for each season?
And Innocent is 7.9,
Yeah.
which is like very high.
Yeah.
I think any TV shows that come close to 8 are really good.
And then Who Killed Sarah was 6.5.
Oh, big difference.
Yeah. And then this one that I'm watching now, which is what I call Unauthorized Living. Unauthorized Living.
Also pretty high.
7.5.
Yeah.
Not bad. Yep. So that's the one that I'm watching in the gym at the moment, is Unauthorized Living.
Is it
How do
also
you watch
Spanish?
it?
Yeah, it's also
Because
Spanish.
surely you're moving up and down. Are you holding your phone?
No,
in the
no,
right-
no. I've got. No, I've got a second phone that I used in the gym to watch my series. So I download everything before I go to the gym, and then watch it like that in the gym. And then, yeah,
So do you actually watch it in the gym?
yeah. Well, I'm on the treadmill.
Okay. Wow, that's impressive. So you actually run for like 40 minutes.
An hour.
Wow. Well done, dude.
Yeah, I'm not running. I'm only walking.
Well done.
This is awesome effort, man.
But you're holding this phone
No, I put it on the.
on the thing.
Our treadmills have got screens on them already.
Oh,
I
so
just
it's
put
a
it on the
USB
screen.
Bluetooth connection, and then you can watch it on the bigger screen.
No. I just put my cell phone on the treadmill.
Okay.
Yeah, on the screen on the
And
treadmill.
hopefully you're wearing your glasses, so you can see it.
Yeah, Dory, it's close
Okay,
enough.
on other news.
Yes.
It took me by surprise, but Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, got married yesterday.
You joking?
Really?
It was all a very quiet affair. This is his third wife.
Oh, okay.
He's now married a certain Miss Simmons, who he had a baby with last year.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of controversy there. She's 25 years younger than him.
Yo.
Used to be part of his campaign team.
Oh,
Yeah.
the plot thickens.
Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the same person. It was a while back. The police were called to his house. This is before he became prime minister, I think. But the police were called to the house because there was a disturbance in the house. There was shouting and violence goings on, and he keeps glossing over those stories and brushing it under the carpet. Nothing to see here.
Yes.
So what's your take?
Girlfriend? Who knows? Who knows? Why do they bother to get married now? I don't understand.
It has to be love.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
They both have a dog in common.
They,
Gary Simmons.
yeah, well, good luck to him.
But well done. I mean, he's
Third time lucky.
Yeah, he's in his what's he, late 50s?
So has that guy got a wig, or is his hair like that? I mean, who does he go to get his hair cut like that?
His mother. Hot head. Done. You should see his father. His father is exactly the same.
You kidding
No
me?
way.
His father's the same, yeah.
Crazy.
It's not as all over the place. No, actually it is. It's the same sort of hair. Looks like the same bowl is used for the haircut.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you, because when he was mayor of London, Boris, a few years back, and he brought out these bicycles, I might have told you the story. He used to promote them by cycling. So he used to take his own bike. These are rental bikes you can hire on the spot. So he used to cycle in with these, and you can just park them wherever. They've got these parking stations all over the city. So I heard this, like, as I was walking to the train station.
Yeah.
And I look around, and it's him
Oh.
on this bike. He was cycling as fast as I was walking in a suit on this bike.
That's so.
Scaring
You
me,
should.
man. I'm not going to vote for you. Scare me.
Yeah. Isn't this roundabout when your internet starts going a bit dodgy again?
Hello, come in. Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Les, I think you're on mute.
Come.
Yeah.
It's time for a montage.
You know what would be scary if now you see a shadow
Yeah.
behind Lester.
and then he's like, guys, I'll be back just now.
I'll be back. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Have you got any days of the year there?
Today, there's not a lot going on this weekend.
Mm.
But today is, where is it gone? It's International Paperclip Day.
Paperclip Day.
That's how desperate we are here.
Mm.
Yes, it's the Paperclip Day. Why? Well, because the other kind of things are just not worth talking about. It's just not exciting.
Food and drink, dude. Food and drink.
Paperclip Day is every year celebrates the small but handy invention, blah, 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 blah. It has its own day of honor as a consequence. And, it's weird because we were talking about, this is a paperclip's not just for holding papers together or paper to material, which is what it was originally invented for. Over the years, it's got its kudos because you use paperclips for other things. Like? When your zipper lever comes off, you can use a paperclip.
Yep.
Unclog a spray bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Unclog anything which has a little hole that you need to, resetting your mobile phone to factory settings.
Exactly. Or taking out your SIM card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is the greatest thing ever. The simple thing that comes from the 1870s.
Yeah. And when is the I wonder when International Clothing Peg Day is, because clothing pegs are the same thing. You know, like you don't only use it for,
You must
hanging
wait.
your clothes.
I'm sure I'll let you know when it comes up.
Shit.
But yeah, it's weird because there's this other thing. I mean, we're talking about border changes and the war and all that, but there's there was a thing where there was this rural school in America, and they were the teacher was teaching them about the Holocaust, and there's 6 million people were murdered, and the kids were like, we can't comprehend this. We're in a rural place. 6 million people. What does this even look like? And they tried to put it in context by saying, well, okay, if you add a pile of 6 million paper clips, I think how big that would be. And they went, I still can't picture it. So what has happened is the school and the community, it started with the school. They sent off requests for people to donate paper clips so they could collect 6 million and actually try and form something. And through this, they were going to, share the news around all of this. It had such a response. They're now making a movie of it.
Sure.
Wow.
This whole, because they've had paper clips come from all over the world, and they got a whole train carriage now that's got all these paper clips in it. Yeah, you can probably find it on YouTube somewhere, but it was quite interesting how they went past the 6 million. They just got inundated with mail, with paper clips and other relics, because the paper clips, and there's a link in the Second World War under German occupation. the Norwegians used to wear paper clips on their lapels, and it was a symbol to everybody to say we're still bound together. And so they've used this, they've leveraged this, but yeah, it's just gone mental. But interesting, yeah.
Who knew?
Let's see where that goes. Who knew?
So I had a quick look to see when the clothing peg day is. I can't find it. No, I didn't cheat. I was just curious when it was going to be.
Okay, well, fine. I'll let you know.
Well, no, I can't find anything. See if you can find something during the week. If you don't have anything to do, if you've run out of series to watch.
Yeah. Oh no, that's. I finished. I've watched Netflix. There's nothing else to do. Now, what do people do?
Yeah, HBO Max, dude. Anyway, guys, it's been another
real one.
Another real one, yeah.
On this day, on 30th of May, which is today, in 2011, Germany abandoned their nuclear energy setup. Wow.
Or other
sources
renewable
of,
energy, yeah.
I don't know if they have. But
So
nuclear is renewable.
I heard an interesting thing the other day, and I perhaps maybe next weekend we can talk about it if I can get the facts. I saw something come across the wires recently about how long does it actually take for an electric car, a fully electric car, to be carbon neutral?
How long?
Oh, that's a good one.
10 years.
But it depends on the car.
Well, that's why I say I don't know what the facts are. I just saw this thing that came across the wires where the guy said, I think he said 7 to 10 years, depending on the car.
That's just going to get easier, though. The technology that our favorite fragrance, Elon Musk, is developing is just going to get better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole carbon heavy thing is from the manufacturing of batteries, etc., etc. And it's
not about the source of power and how clean your power is.
Yeah. It's what's the actual carbon footprint of that car, and how long does it take to become carbon neutral? Interesting.
Yeah. It sounds green, but is it really? 10 years. That's ridiculous. I think in this country, people don't hang on to cars for longer than 3 years. Every 3 years, everyone's got a new car.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Well, and and I think this is what the guy was trying to say, is that people don't even keep their cars that long. So by the time you've sold your car, the car it's not even carbon neutral yet.
Does that take into consideration? Oh, yeah, maybe we should have a whole topic on this.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Your batteries derate over time.
Yeah.
Does this assume that we're also going to replace those batteries at some point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think at the moment it's 5 years or something like that.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years you have
To replace the battery pack.
Yeah.
Because every battery pack, the lithium-ion one, is rated for a certain amount of cycles. So, yeah, like full charge, discharge type of situation. So, you only get like 5 years worth of usage. Even if you don't use the car, your cells still degrade. So it's like maybe they don't degrade as quickly as when you use it, but like they still degrade.
Yeah. Anyway, topic for next time. On that happy note, guys.
Have an awesome day.
Have a good week.
I'm having a day off tomorrow. It's a bank holiday here.
Aren't you
It's
lucky?
a 3-day weekend.
Oh, that's not fair. I think I must put a day's
you used
leave
to
in.
have that in South Africa. You got yourselves to blame. Get some. I need to stop eating straw in the corner of my mouth.
You must stop eating what?
Straw out the corner of my mouth when I dance to this. When I do my hoedown.
Yeah, I think it's time to change the song.
What? It'll break everything.
You reckon?
sort of just got our tech right. Don't mess with it, man. It's very fragile.
Yeah, there we go. All clear. Now you can say all the dirty things that you want to say.
We didn't swear at all today.
No, even you, Andrew, you were really good.
Oh, thanks, guys. What
You
an
were like-
achievement. What an achievement, eh?
You were like a superstar, dude.
Yeah, maybe I was off my game, man.
But what's happening? Are you tired, or you under the weather, or you're like?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if I've got COVID. Eh?
You serious?
Yeah,
What's happening, man?
I don't know. And
Did you lose your sense of smell?
No, just your sense of humor.
hmm,
It's a different strain of COVID.
Apparently, that's also one of the symptoms.
No, seriously though, have you lost your sense of? Have you got